Hello students, welcome to the exam rat. So today we are going to discuss another chapter from unit number 5 trigonometry. As you have seen that we have discussed about the trigonometry. Okay, so in this particular chapter we are going to discuss about the applications of trigonometry, that is chapter number 9. This is a very short chapter and it consists of only one exercise. So let's just start with this. And before that, if you are new to our platform, please go through our website and subscribe, and in case of any doubts and queries you can just let us know, and you all will be getting the PDF notes there also. So let's start with our chapter number 9, that is applications of trigonometry, right? Okay, so you know about the trigonometry. As per my last session, I have told you enough about what is trigonometry, what are the identities of trigonometry. So in this particular chapter there are no identities. It is basically a practical based trigonometry where you will be learning that how you can just apply the trigonometry in various practical questions. Okay, so let's have a look on them, that what are the certain terms that you have to learn. So just look at them. There are basically line of sight, angle of elevation, depression, height and distance. These are certain words that you will go through while you will be discussing about these questions. Okay, so this is basically not a very long chapter, this is a very short chapter, so you will be able to easily go through this chapter, okay, if you pay attention. So line of sight is basically the line drawn from the eye of the observer. Basically in this question someone is there to observe, or from where the object is viewed. For example, this is the point, from where this is like a garden, and a person is standing on the roof. They are standing on the terrace, right? This is a terrace and the person is standing here, and this is basically the road, and there is a small garden present on the road. Okay, so person is looking from here. So this is the eyes of the person, and you have to draw the straight line from the eyes of the observer. So this is basically the line of sight, where from where a person is seeing anything, right? So in this particular picture, AC is the line of the sight. This is the observer and they are just looking down. So in this case, if they are looking at this particular building, so this will be the line of sight. If they are looking at this particular garden, then this will be the line of sight. I hope that's clear to you. Whenever you are looking at, like, this is the person which is looking, and they are looking at this angle at this particular building, so this will be your line of sight. If they are looking like this on the road, then this will be your line of sight. Okay, and if they are looking like downwards, then this will be your line of sight. Wherever you will be looking, that will particularly be your line of sight. Now the angle of elevation, the angle which is formed by the line of sight with the horizontal when the object is above the point of observation. Okay, so this is the line of sight, this is the horizontal line. So basically the angle when the this is basically the angle between the line of sight and the horizontal distance when the object is above the point of observation. This is the object, this is the point of observation, the object is above the point of observation. In that particular case, that will be considered as your angle of elevation, right? C is the observer in that particular case. Let us just suppose C is the observer, this is the person standing here, they are looking at A, which is any building or anything, it is the object. Since A is present above, this is the eyes of the person, this is present above the eyes of the person. So when the object is present above the eyes of the person, then the angle formed by horizontal and line of sight, that will be angle of elevation. Okay, now the angle of depression, when any of the object is present the below the eyes of observer. Okay, so basically let's just consider A as the observer and C as the thing. Let's just suppose this is the observer and they are looking down at this particular road. So in that particular case, the angle which is formed by the line of sight and the horizontal, that is this particular angle, will be your angle of depression. I hope that is clear to you. Height and distance is like, this is the distance between two buildings, this is the height of the building. These are basically the height and distances that you will be going to see in this particular thing. Okay, let's just tell you. Let's suppose this is an observer. This is a person. Okay, this is a person. They are standing on a terrace. This is a terrace. They are standing on it. They are looking at the road. This is a road. They are looking at them. So this is the eyes of the person and this is the road. So this particular line will be your line of sight, right? This particular line will be the line of sight. Okay, now this is the horizontal from the eyes of the person and this is the line of sight. So the angle formed when the object is present below the eyes of observer, the angle formed between the horizontal and the line of sight, that particular angle is your angle of depression. Okay, I'm just telling you again. Okay, now let's just suppose this is a person, this is a building, and a person is just looking straight onto this building. So this will be the line of sight. This will be the horizontal from the person when the object is present above the above the person eyes. Then the angle which is formed with the horizontal and the line of sight like this, that will be your angle of elevation. I hope you are clear with them. So the main things that you have to learn in this particular is line of sight, angle of elevation and angle of depression, right? Moving ahead, I have also tried to tell you and to make you remember. I have also tried to represent with the help of certain pictures. So this is the person which is present at the ground. They are looking at the height. Okay, so basically they are looking at above. Okay, so in that particular case, that will be the angle of elevation when the person is present on the downwards and something is present above their eyes. You have seen that person is present downwards and something is present above the eyes of the person. This is the object they are looking. In that particular case, the angle formed between the line of sight and the horizontal is angle of elevation. Here this is the bird which is present at the top and they are looking at the rat which is present at the below their eyes. So the angle formed between the horizontal and the line of sight will be the angle of depression, because the object is present. If you are listening to my lecture, you can please just note it down. When the object is present below the eyes of observer, this is that case. Okay, and in this particular case the object is present above the eyes of observer. I hope that's clear to you. Okay, moving ahead with the questions. Since this is a very short chapter, I told you, so it won't take a lot of time in this particular chapter, right? So moving ahead with the certain questions I've prepared for you people, right? Okay, so let's start with our first question for this particular chapter. Right, so in this particular chapter, all you have to do is just apply trigonometric ratios that will be helpful in this solving in this particular question, and also normal Pythagoras theorem too. So a circus artist is climbing a 20-meter long rope which is tightly stretched and tied from the top of a vertical pole to the ground. They are climbing a 20-meter long rope. Okay, so 20-meter long rope they are climbing, which is tied from the top of a vertical pole. So since pole is vertical, so pole can never be this slanting. Okay, so this is the vertical pole from the ground and the long rope is like this, that is 20-meter, and we have to find this length. Let just it be x or h meters, anything, if the angle made by the rope with the ground level is 30. This is the rope and this is the ground level, and this angle is basically 30 degree and this is 90. So since both the angles they fall on the same line, this will be base, this will be your hypotenuse, and this will be your perpendicular, right? What you have to do is, in this particular question you can't apply Pythagoras theorem as only one side is given, not two. So what you can do is, this is hypotenuse, this is perpendicular. You know that sine A is equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse, or you can say that sine 30 is equals to, the perpendicular is x divided by h is 20 meters, right? Okay, now sine 30, the value of sine 30 is 1 by 2 equals to x by 20. After solving it out, you will get x equals to 10 meters. So the length of the pole from the ground is basically 10 meters. The questions are very easy. You just have to draw the perfect figure for the questions. The main thing that you have to do is just draw the neat and clean, and also the right correct picture of the particular question, right? The angle of elevation of the top of a hill at the foot of the tower. Okay, so basically here you will see that let the height of hill be h. Okay, so this is the hill, let this be hill AB. The angle of elevation from the top of hill, from here the angle of elevation at the foot of the tower, this is the tower. We will just draw the angle of elevation. So basically the angle of elevation from the top of the hill and this will be this. So this will be considered as 60. Obviously this is the thing and this is the object and this is horizontal, so the angle of elevation will be this, that is 60 degree. And the angle of elevation from the top of our tower and the foot of the hill, this particular is the angle of elevation, and this is 30 degree, right? If the tower, this is your tower, this is 50-meter high, this is the length of the tower is 50-meter high, you have to find out the length of this particular thing. This is 90 degree and this is also 90 degree. Okay, so moving ahead with this question, let it be h meters. What you will do is, in this particular triangle, like let this be D and C, okay, in this particular triangle ABC, right, this is the only angle given. Okay, so in this particular thing, that cot 60, let's just apply cot 60. Cot is basically base by perpendicular, so this is your perpendicular, that is h, right? And this is your base because two angle fall on this. So base is your like this is your base, that will be going to be like this is x meters. Okay, this is your x meter. If you look at this ABC thing, okay, if you just look, so as you can see is cot is b by p. So in this particular big triangle, base is basically this thing, that is x by h, right? So x will be equals to h cot 60 degree. Cot 60, you already know that the value for the cot 60 degree is 1 by root 3, right? This is the value for cot 60 and you will be getting like root h by root 3. This is your cot 60 degree. Okay, now let's move ahead with this. In triangle DBC, cot 30 will be equals to, this is your base and this is your perpendicular, so x by 50. So x will be equals to 50 multiplied by cot 30, that is your root 3. Okay, now you know the value of x and x, so you can just equate them. You will be getting this, and h will be equals to 150 meters. Hence from the above question, it is concluded that the height of the hill is 150 meters. I hope that's clear to you now, how you can just solve out the different questions in this particular chapter, right? Let me just write some intro here about this chapter. This is all in this particular chapter. This is all. You don't have to do any other thing for this particular chapter. You just have to solve out certain questions and you will be getting your answers. So this is all about this chapter. I hope you will be able to solve the questions. You can go through the NCERT, it is enough. Okay, in the NCERT you can just see that only one exercise is there. So when you will go through that one exercise, you will witness certain questions and you will just try to solve those questions out, right? And just try to solve them out, and if you will be able to solve them out, then it will be very good. And if you are not able to solve them out, you can just comment down, so and let us know, right? So the first thing in this particular chapter is line of sight, that you should be aware of. Second thing you should be aware of is angle of elevation. in this particular chapter, certain times the diagrams are given, but there are also the times when the diagrams are not given. You have to draw on their own depending upon the description given in the question. Okay, so you have to clear with them also. So basically in this particular chapter you will be given the questions to find out the distance between the two things, or the height of the hill, height of the, as you can see in the previous questions that I have given you, and find out the value of the distances. The main thing that you have to focus in this particular chapter is diagram. Just focus on it. Very important. If in any case the diagram is not given, then in that particular case you have to draw it by yourself, and if you by mistake draw the wrong diagram, then the question will be gone wrong. So you have to pay attention on this diagram thing. You have to draw the correct diagram according to the given description of the question. And that's all with this applications of trigonometry. This is such a short chapter, so this is all about this chapter. If you people will face any problem, you can just let us know in the comment of this given video, and me and my team will be definitely there to help you people and will solve out all your queries. So just feel free to talk to us and just comment down your worries, and if you like, just comment down. Okay, and if you want to know anything else, then you can also go through our website. All the information will be mentioned there only about us, about our lectures, and you will be getting the PDF also. In the PDF you will be you will be easily able to go through the notes, and you can just go through any chapter without seeing the proper video. You can just have a look on the PDF, and you can just go through them also, and you will be able to explain and remember that thing. And in I have also prepared some class 9th session, so you can also go through our website and can have a look on them. That will be a perfect basic for you people. To know the class 10th more, you have to learn about class 9th too. That is why just go and check out there, and you can just let us know if you have any problem or any issues, right? So thank you all for watching. I hope you all really enjoyed it. Okay, so I hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you.